everybody. Welcome to the Hound Strings Advent Chat with me, Alex. This is day 5, and welcome to the show. Things have been going a little bit better, slowly but surely getting back into normalcy, I guess, with things that have been going on, but let's get started. Let's jump in. I've got my cup of tea with me. I have my day 5 advent box. So let's get started. Quick note, real quick. You'll probably notice I'm wearing the pretty little Erin sweater that I was wearing. Can't remember if it was Advent Chat Day 1 or if it was the last full episode of Hound Strings, but just in case you were wondering, I didn't make this. I will be there at some point. There are just a bunch of other things that I want to make. I've done loads of cables in my knitting career. I did my first sleeved garment, finished that last spring. So something like this will soon be on the way. But in case you are wondering, I did not make that. But anyway, let's get started with the tea. Got it hot, ready to sip. And day 5 for the Advent calendar is Ingwer Lemon. And Ingwer is ginger in German. And this one is a blend of lemon peel, citrus peel, and ginger, duh. But it also has mint, it has licorice, so we'll see how I like it. I'm not really a big fan of licorice unless it's licorice candy. But I digress. And I think I read what translates to orange blossom in there as well. So let's it's interesting. Definitely get a little bit of the mint. The licorice is kind of lingering, which again, that I'm not really crazy about. It also has this weird, well, not weird, that's not really fair, but this sweetness that I wasn't expecting kind of on the back of my tongue. It's interesting. I think as it seeps, perhaps more of the mint and the ginger will come through, because I was kind of expecting a little bit more of that ginger kick. It's not bad. Again, I think day 1 and day 4 have been my favorites so far. Alrighty, so let's get into some of the chit chat. As you guys know, I'm doing the Busted Halo Advent Photo Challenge. And today's prompt was window display. Now, I haven't really been able to go out and about in time to really get any good pictures of window displays, so this one was a bit of a stretch. I decided to do a drawing. Ta-da! It's still a work in progress. It's decent in a cartoony way, but I decided to do it from the inside looking out. And of course, it features a certain well-known bespectacled kid in front of a certain department store, eyeing a certain coveted gift. I think we all know where we're going with this. So that was my contribution. Now with that, I want to ask you guys, what are some of your favorite shops to go in during Christmas and Advent and Christmas, or the holiday season, if you are of different faiths? What are some of your favorite some of your favorite shops to go into, whether you're doing your shopping or if you're just looking around, kind of drooling at all the goodies? Do you have anything? Is there anything that you hit up Christmas Eve specifically, or do you just kind of enjoy it all throughout the season? For myself, something that my dad and I loved doing, and we still do. We still try and do this as our schedules allow. But one thing that we enjoy is we would get a peppermint mocha from Starbucks, and we'd just walk around the mall, look at the displays. Sometimes we would stand on the second level and just look down and watch the people in line to take pictures with Santa. We didn't really have any one particular place that we'd go. Although when I was little and we still had the Discovery Channel store, that was fun. That was one of the things that we loved to see, especially during the holiday season. So tell me, what are some things that you enjoy? Any particular favorite shops that you like to see? So let me know in the comments. Then, yeah, another short episode. Not gonna complain about that. Let's get started on let's open day 5 for the 2, 1. Couldn't resist just being weird now. But let's crack open day 5 for the Forbidden Fiber Company Advent Calendar. So as usual, I'm gonna open the box towards you so you guys can see it. So here is the yarn itself. Ooh, that's pretty. It's kind of a brownish purple. Very interesting. And it's coming out true-ish, pretty true to color. It's pretty darn good, I'd say. And the colorway name is Christmas Past, which of course could only mean one thing: a Christmas Carol. And of course, the many versions, the many productions, the many spin-offs of the classic Dickens novel. And of course, we have the pretty little image on clue number 4 for the knit along. And here's the little info card. Excuse me. So it reads, "A Christmas Carol recounts the story of Ebenezer Scrooge, an elderly miser who is visited by the ghost of his former business partner Jacob Marley and the spirits of Christmas past, present, and yet to come. After their visits, Scrooge is transformed into a kinder, gentler man. The first ghost, the ghost of Christmas past, represented the events of the past, quote, are but shadows, according to the ghost of Christmas past. The ghost illuminates Scrooge's dark past by taking him back to various scenes of his life where he must witness how his stinginess with money An obsession with profit causes him to weigh everything by gain. Confronting the shadows of his past is agonizing for Scrooge. "Show me no more! Why do you delight to torture me?" Scrooge cries at the ghost. The ghost of Christmas past holds a cap in its hand, and from the beginning, Scrooge desires it to cover the light with its cap. And finally, when he can take no more confrontation with his past, he struggles with the spirit to distinguish its light within the cap. Charles Dickens started the story, in October 1843 and wrote obsessively for 6 weeks. As Dickens wrote, he laughed, he wept, he wandered around London at night when, quote, "when all sober folks had gone to bed," unquote. He finished the novella at the end of November so that it could be published in time for Christmas. A Christmas Carol hit the shops on December 17th, 1843, and sold out in 3 days. Wow. That is saying something, especially at the rate that that books could be published for that time period. And that, I think in today's times, that would be an easy spot on the New York Times bestseller list, for example. So that's really incredible to hear, or to learn. Also just thought of another fun talking point. Of course, as you know, there have been many different versions of A Christmas Story. Some have been around since the silent era of film. Some are more modern, with more contemporary twists. What are some of your favorite versions? Do you have just one favorite version, or do you have several? My favorite versions are George C. Scott. I believe that's his name. I'll look it up. And then another favorite version is, of course, A Muppet Christmas Carol, which I know I'm an adult, but it's just timeless. It's one that, I look forward to watching every year if it airs. I think if I can find it on DVD, I will get it for myself. But there's just something classic about the Muppets, that they can be set in any time period and it'll still kind of makes sense, at least as much sense as those Jim Henson characters can. But also it stars as Ebenezer Scrooge, Michael Caine, which I love him as an actor. So yeah, those are a couple of my favorite versions. So tell me, what are your favorite versions? And then while I'm thinking of it, just wanted to give you a quick update on projects, crafty things that I've been working on. While I have not had progress on knitting today, didn't really get around to it until right now, frankly, which as soon as I finish recording, I will get into that, because it's about time that I worked on a little something today. But something that I did do earlier was I ironed out the fabric quarters for a Christmassy project bag. So I've got 2 different fabrics that I'm working with, or 2 different prints, I should say. One is Christmas cats and the other is Christmas pups. So I'm really excited It's gonna be so cute. So you probably won't see that for a couple of days, but if I do get around to working on it a little bit more, I'll show you the progress as I go along. So yeah. Also, while I'm thinking of it, I want to give a very big public thank you to my dear friend Jessie. You know her as the Two Sticks and Strings podcast. But this morning I was checking my email and I saw a message from Ravelry, and she gifted me the pattern for the Hintermost sweater, which I love her anyway, but that was such a wonderful, unexpected surprise. And it was such a small, simple gesture, but those are often the best ones. So thank you, Jessie. I love you. And thank you guys for being here and for watching. And I've said it before, but I'll say it again. You guys mean a lot. So feel free, if you enjoy this, feel free to like, comment, subscribe if you're feeling up to it, and tell your friends. Anyway, I will see you tomorrow. Until then, take care and have a good night. Bye.